Hello, folks. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about long games, hard games, the not taken path. So, basically, a lot of people I've heard people say, a lot of people say, hey, I don't like that there is so much competition. They're like anxious about the competition, or they're just like, oh my god, so much competition, so much people, or so much. Like, yeah, usually it's about, say, it's it's a job market. You're trying to get a job, or that's one example. Or you're trying to get into a college, a university, right? You have to write an exam, and then you need to pass through. For a job, you need to get into the interview and pass the interview, and then once you clear the interview, then you successfully enter the company after clearing all the interviews. So, for example, I stay in India, right? So I have heard a lot of people say, "Oh my God, this is so much competition or so much population. Basically, so many people, and so many people are allowed to try stuff, right?" So, and then when it comes to world level stuff, so there is more competition than if it's not just like within a specific region or specific nation and all that. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to actually win in something, or if you want to get into something and there's a lot of competition, it's important to understand that either you decide you don't want it because there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of population and all that, and be like think like and think like this, be like, I don't like population, like too much population. I don't like too much crowd. I don't like too much competition and all. Then you create your own game, and then you play in it, right? Or you play hard games where the competition is less, and you play the long game and hard game, and you put in the hard work. Basically, you control everything that you can control, and either control the decision and decide, okay, it's fine, I'll get into this competition even though there's a lot of competition and all that, a lot of people participating, a lot of people to compete with and all, or you change your game, you change your arena, your ground. You play the hard games. Not everyone plays hard games. You play the long games. Not everyone plays the long games. You do tough stuff, right? You don't do easy things. So it's like this, right? For example, if everyone's, let's say there is no luck, fate, or everyone's luck, fate is the same, right? And destiny, like as in like that they are destined to be successful, something like all of that. Not they are destined to become this, get into this or whatever, become this person, become this great person or whatever. But instead, let's say everyone is lucky at the same level, right? But then everyone may not and will not put the same amount of effort, and everyone will not have the same mindset, probably, right? So, and mindset also matters when it comes to effort. You need to have the right mindset so that you can put in the effort, right? So, in that case, if everyone does the same thing, they'll kind of end up in the same situation, right? So, forgetting about luck or considering that luck is same for everyone, if you keep doing the stuff that everyone else is doing, you might probably end up in the same place that everyone else is ending up. But if you do something different, something challenging, something hard, something that not everyone does, then the number of people and the competition and the number of people you need to compete with is very less. Either you create your own game and don't allow anyone else to enter into the game, right? That's kind of like monopoly. But anyways, let's say you're starting a business and you ensure no one enters that kind of business, that line of business. Or you create your own game and you master it. You let people play, but you master it so that you actually have an edge in it, or at least you are competing with very few people and you don't have much problems. There is very less crowd, uh, so it's much better, nice experience of like just competing with a few people and probably like-minded people, or the um, you could say the worthy or deserving competitors for you, because you're playing a hard game, a long game, or a game of yours, and not everyone is going to play that game, and it's hard. um, unless it's hard, a lot of people are going to try it. When something is easy, when it's hard, very few people will try it. And you're trying it and someone else is also trying something hard, then probably you people can actually compete, and it will be nice to compete with them, right? So I would say play the hard games, play the long games, create your own game, play your own game, and you'll have less population around you, you'll have less crowd around you, less people around you, and probably like-minded people around you, and it'll be worth it, is what I believe. This is true when it comes to job search, running a company, and all that stuff. Though I have not actually run a company, and that is something that I'm planning to do now. And job search, yeah, I mean, there are so many job roles where thousands and thousands of people apply, a lot of competition, and I'm like, either I create my own game, which is, say, I create my own company and join it basically, and like get into it, uh, if no one is employing me, or I apply to really hard jobs which not many people can do, and compete with only a few people, right? Because competing with thousands and two thousands of applications for a single role is not easy, but then you can compete with few applications for a role if that role is a really hard role, right? And you're doing something really hard, which takes a lot of effort and time, and energy, and probably even money, right? So if you have the privilege, then you can do that. Privilege of time, money, energy, and effort. Like you're able to do that. So yeah, play the hard game, play the long game. Maybe play your own game, create your own game, play your own game. Maybe let others play in your game, maybe not, your wish. And do things at your own pace, in your own rules, because people will have their own opinions and standards about what you should do, how you should do, at what pace you should do, when you should do, with whom you should do, and whatnot. I would say just go ahead and do what you need to do, and listen to your voice more than listening to others' voices. So yeah, that's all I had for this video. That's the next one. Bye bye.